Hello friends, welcome to the session on 8085 microprocessor. In this session, we'll be discussing about the assembly language programs. In this session, we will see how to write assembly language programs for the microprocessor 8085, and we will also see the format for writing the assembly language programs. We will see certain examples of writing the programs for 8085 microprocessor. Friends, as you know that you are viewing this session on my YouTube channel, and do subscribe to the channel to see many other videos on the various topics of electronics and computer science. So let us start the session with the question what we mean by assembly language program or ALP. We know that 8085 is a microprocessor for which the different instructions are available, and these instructions are being classified into different categories such as data transfer instruction, arithmetic instruction, logical instruction, branching instruction, and control instruction. All of these instructions we have discussed in detail in our earlier sessions. Now in this session, we will go for writing the assembly language program. An assembly language program is a sequence of instructions, and this sequence of instruction is being written to perform a specific task. So whenever we want to achieve certain task by the microprocessor based system, then it is necessary to write a program, and this assembly language program is being called as a set of instruction or a sequence of instruction. These instructions are to be selected from the instruction set of 8085. We know that there are large number of instructions available for the microprocessor 8085, and these instructions are classified into different categories, and all such instructions can be used in the assembly language program of 8085. Whenever we want to write a program, then it is necessary that initially we must understand what is the given problem. This problem is need to be divided into small steps, and these steps should be in terms of the operation that 8085 can perform. So you need to divide the given problem into small steps, and these steps should be in the form of the operation that 8085 can perform. Once you have the sequence of steps, then it can be called as an algorithm to solve the problem. And it is possible that graphically you can represent this algorithm by a flowchart. So flowchart is just nothing but a graphical representation of the algorithm. These steps can be further translated into instructions. So once you have prepared the algorithm, then you need to go for a flowchart if it is required, and then you can go for conversion of each step into instruction. So whenever you write any assembly language program, then it has a specific format, and this format is like this. Initially you have to write down the memory address, label, mnemonic, opcode, which can be a hex code, and then you can write some comments about the instruction that you have written. Label is just nothing but the name of the line, so it is an identification of the line, and it can be used whenever you want to jump from one instruction into another instruction. Then you need to make the use of the label. Mnemonic, you can say that it will consist of instruction and the operand. For example, whenever you write the instructions such as move a comma b, then it can be called as a mnemonic. Opcode is operational code. This operational code can be a hex code for the instruction. We know that 8085 has many different instructions, and for each instruction we have a certain operational code or hex code. And then we can have a memory address. So memory address is the address where we can store the operational code. And comments are written. Comments will explain us what is the purpose of the instruction. So it increases the readability of the program. So later on, when you read the same assembly language program, you will find that the comments are useful. So let us go for some simple problems. Initially, we will write an assembly language program for the addition of the two numbers. Suppose we want to write an assembly language program for the microprocessor 8085, which can perform the addition of the two hexadecimal numbers. And suppose the numbers are provided to you, 32 and 48. These are the hexadecimal numbers. And we want to store the result of this addition at the memory location C000. Now, this is the simplest type of the problem. We can write a flowchart, something of this form. Initially, we need to start. So start is the first symbol of the flowchart. Then we need to load the two numbers into the registers. We need to select appropriate registers so that we can have these two numbers. Then we will perform addition of these two numbers. And then we will store the result at the specific location. And then finally, we will halt the program or we will end the program. So once you have a flowchart prepared with you, then you can convert this flowchart into assembly language program. Suppose my microprocessor based system allows me to store the ALP at the memory address 5000H. So the first instruction is that I will be using is move immediate A, 32H, where the first number 32 will be moved into the accumulator. Then the second number 48 is to be moved into the another register, say B, for which I will use the instruction move immediate B, 48, so that the second number will be moved into the register B. Observe that for this instruction move immediate A 32, we will require opcode 3E followed by 32. And then for this instruction move immediate B, we will require opcode 0648. Then the next instruction will be add B, that is we will make the addition of the content of accumulator with the register B, and the result will be in the accumulator. So for which the opcode is 80. And then we will store the result by using the instruction store accumulator C000. So while writing the opcode, we need to write it as 3200 and C0, so that the least significant bytes are written first and the higher bytes are written afterward. And then finally, we will halt the program by making the use of the halt instruction, for which the opcode is 76. So once you write this program, then you can run this program. For execution of this program, you need to have a microprocessor based system with you or a trainer kit with you. And on the trainer kit, you can feed this code and you can execute it. The another way is that on the mobile phones, you will find that the 8085 simulator app is there. I have already prepared a separate session. You can refer to that session. And in that session, you will find that how to run or execute the assembly language program by using your mobile phone. So once you have written the program, then you can execute it and you can check the result at this location C000. Now let us go for another problem of subtraction of two numbers. Suppose now we want to write an assembly language program to subtract the content of the memory location C000 and C001, and we want to place the result in another location C002. Now, if the program is simple, then it is not necessary to write the flowchart. You can directly write an assembly language program. Say, for example, here we have directly written an ALP where the first instruction is Alexa H C000, where we will initialize the HL pointer to the location C000. So the opcode for this will be 2100C0. Then we will move this first number into the accumulator by using the instruction move A, M, for which the opcode is 7E. Then we will increment the HL pair so that we can point to the next location, and opcode for this instruction is 23. Then we will subtract the memory, that is, we will subtract the second number from the first number in the accumulator by using this instruction, for which the opcode is 96. Then we will increment the HL pair so that we can point to the next location where we can store the result in the accumulator. Move M, A will store the result at the location C002, and then finally we will halt the program by making the use of the instruction halt, for which the opcode is 76. Let us go for another simple problem. This is the problem in which we need to obtain the ones complement of the content of the memory location C000, and we want to place the result in the memory location D000. Say for example, if you have been given a number 6A hexadecimal number in the location C000, then the result, that is ones complement, means we will replace 0 by 1 and 1 by 0. So the result will be 95 hexadecimal. So for this problem, the assembly language program can be written as load accumulator with the content of the location C000, for which the opcode is 3A00C0. Then we will complement the content of the accumulator by using the instruction CMA, and then we will store the result at the location D000, for which the opcode is 3200D0. And then finally we will halt the processing by using the halt instruction, for which the opcode is 76. So as soon as you prepare this program, then as I told you that you can make the use of trainer kit to execute the program, or even on mobile phone there is a simulator app, 8085 simulator app, that by using that app you can execute the program and check the result. Now let us go for one more program. This is the largest of the numbers or maximum in a memory block. Suppose you want to find the largest element in a block of data. The length of the block is being given in the memory location C001, and the block itself will begin from the memory location C002, and you want to store the maximum in the location C000. And here we will assume that the all numbers that have been given to us are the unsigned binary numbers. Now this is a problem in which we can initially prepare a flow chart. So we will start and we will set the count that how many numbers are there, that is the length of the block. Count is equal to the content of C001. Then we will make the pointer to point to the first location. Then the initial value of max can be assumed to be 0. Then we will increment the pointer and we will check if the max is greater than pointer. If it is not, then we will interchange the value of max such that max is equal to pointer content of the pointer. And if it is yes, then in that case we will decrease the count value by 1, and then we will check if count is equal to 0. If count is not equal to 0, then we will repeat the loop, and if the count is equal to 0, then we will place the result and then we will stop. So we can write the corresponding assembly language program, such as initially we will make the use of the instruction LXIH C001, where we will point, HL pointer will point to the location C001. This number will be moved to the register B by making the use of the instruction move B, M. So we will set the count. Then we will subtract A, that is the content of accumulator, will be made equal to 0. Then we will increment the HL pair and we will compare the M, that is the first number is being compared with the content of the accumulator. If there is no carry generated, then in that case we will go to the next number. But if the carry is generated, then in that case, we will move the content of the memory to the accumulator. That is, we will replace the max. And then we will decrement the B, and we will check if the content of the B is equal to 0. If it is not, then we will go back to the instruction which is labeled as next. And then we will store the accumulator. That is the result at the location C000. And finally, we will halt the program. So this is a program where you will find that we are making the use of the labels such as DECNT or next. These are the labels. And you will find that whenever we want to jump from one instruction to the another instruction, then we need to know the address of the instruction, and this address is being added in the opcode or hex code. So for example, jump if no carry DCNT, then DCNT is the instruction which has an address 500B, and therefore here we write the opcode as D20B50. So once you prepare this assembly language program, then you need to enter appropriate data at the location C001 and then C002, and how many numbers you want to store, that you need to decide. Once you enter the data at the appropriate location, when you execute the program, then you will get the maximum number in the block of the data. So thank you, friends, for viewing the session. Hopefully you have understood how to write assembly language programs for the microprocessor 8085. Thank you all for viewing the session.